What's up, guys? We're back here at Rodizio Grill. This time I have two different guests. These are my friends Lauren and Andrew.
Hello.
Well, Lauren is from Texas. Andrew is not from Texas, but he lived there for a while. And Texas is famous for
Barbecue.
Yeah, so Texas has a very distinct style of barbecue. It's very different from here. Before we get into the food and everything, what makes kind of Texas barbecue different than the rest of the barbecue in the U.S.?
One, it's from Texas. Two, maybe there's a little bit more involvement, more care put into the barbecue, and you can definitely taste that when you eat barbecue.
The way that you make it.
The way you make it, the time that's put into it, the quality of meat.
The way you smoke it.
The way you smoke it. Very intensive process.
Cool. Well, so they have a special going on right now. They have 3 different types of ribs. So it's kind of like an American style, they have a Brazilian style, and then they have like a sweet and sour style. We also have some Brazilian wine that we're gonna try. We're gonna try eat the ribs, and we'll see if it's similar or different from Texas barbecue. You guys ready?
Yeah, ready.
All right.
Stoked.
Okay, so before we start eating the meat, there's all these different sides that we have. So like, I don't know, in Texas, is it, what are like sides, like coleslaw?
Cornbread, potato salad, beans. Beer, a big one.
Like baked beans, right?
Yeah.
Beer.
So the biggest difference so far is that wine instead of beer.
Wine instead of beer.
And polenta instead of cornbread.
Polenta, yeah, so here's the polenta.
What do you think, Lauren?
It's different than cornbread. It almost has like a fried outer layer. It's not as sweet as cornbread can be, but we usually put honey on it.
Yeah.
So,
Oh,
it's
like
different.
in Texas you put honey on the cornbread?
Whereas this is more of like a savory. Yeah.
So it's funny, like in Brazil they have their own type of cornbread, but it's almost like a cake. It's sweet instead of. Interesting. Weird, right?
Yeah.
It's different.
Yeah.
All right, so there's that. There's also these. Have you ever tried these fried bananas?
Yes, at Texas de Brazil.
Okay. But this is almost like a dessert for me because it's so sweet. And it has the cinnamon. Definitely nothing like that in Texas.
No, I don't think they fry fruit all that much.
I don't know. They do. I feel like in the South though they do like to fry everything though. All right, so now we got the ribs, and these are the kind of traditional lemon ribs. So we'll go ahead and try it out and see what you guys think.
Definitely Brazilian.
Yeah?
My dad cooks like that.
So are all Brazilian ribs dry? Are there any sauces that you add?
They're usually dry.
They're dry. Okay.
We don't use a lot of sauce in the meat like US.
Yeah.
I feel like US really puts sauce in the meat.
It's usually pretty light,
Yeah.
like flavoring on all the meats. All right, so impressions?
It's very good. Definitely a different flavor profile with the citrus. It's just kind of lighter. It's more like you're tasting the meat. The citrus kind of complements the meat more than you're tasting like the spice rub and the sauce, I guess.
For me, it's definitely opened up a whole new idea of a whole new world of like, oh my god, you can use citrus.
Is this recipe like pretty common in the South?
Wow, it really reminds me of my dad's ribs.
Oh, okay.
So I would think so.
Okay. When I was in Brazil, I never actually ate ribs there, so this is like my first time experiencing it too.
Really?
Yeah. I don't think we ever ate ribs when I was in Brazil. But anyway, they make it in like they do it in the South anyway. They make it in the ground, like they build a fire pit in the ground, and then they kind of like put it up like a teepee. Put the ribs in, and that's how they cook it. I don't think that's what they're doing here, unless they have it out back, like a fire pit in the ground.
But this is one of the ways to make it.
Yeah, exactly. Wouldn't be a trip to a churrascaria if you didn't get some picanha.
Okay.
What's the marinade?
I think it's just salt. I don't even know if they do pepper or not. I think it might be just salt.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
A lot of times, like, you don't know what the meat actually tastes like because it's covered in
Barbecue sauce.
barbecue. Yeah.
But depending on who you ask, that's a good thing. Well, I'm sure in Texas there are people who tell you that the sauce is what it's all about.
If you need sauce, it means your meat you didn't cook your meat well enough.
So I think you like the meat in Brazil.
Yeah, yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, because I really don't remember any time eating like meat without a restaurant or at a barbecue that had a ton of sauce on it when I was in Brazil.
Yeah.
And here it's like a staple.
It's like ketchup.
Yeah. In Texas, is it sweeter or the sauce, or is it like spicier, or?
It depends. There's a couple of different ways to do the sauce, and I feel like a lot of barbecue places have adopted having different styles of sauces, so that some that are more like tomatoey and brown sugar sweet, and then some that are more like peppery, and I've even seen barbecue sauces that are like almost yellow, and I don't know what their base is.
Mustard.
I guess it's more of a mustard type sauce.
It's like that's a Carolina.
And a more like vinegar base.
Yeah.
So it kind of depends. I just think, why not put a really good sauce with a really good cut of meat? You can have the best of both worlds, people. I'm ready.
It's spicier than I thought it was going to be. Kind of sneaks up on you. This rib is definitely messier.
Yeah.
We're getting there. Yeah. Well, it is good.
Yeah.
It is more spicier. It is spicier.
And one thing about eating ribs in the U.S. is that if your fingers aren't dirty or messy at the end of it, you're not doing it right.
True.
See, in Brazil you don't have to get so dirty and it's delicious.
Well, you know what? If I were to pick, so far, I like the lemon pepper better.
Nice.
So see, I'm open to change.
All right, so this last one you should feel real at home.
Okay.
Because I think this is just like an American style rib.
Yeah.
So
Looks like it.
nice and messy.
Yeah.
So American.
Yeah, this is good.
God.
It's like sweet and
Super sweet.
I think my favorite was the Brazilian one.
Yeah, the
the first
lemon.
one we tried.
I'd say the lemon
Lemon
pepper
was,
wins.
It was
Yeah.
delicious. Oh god.
I would say the lemon pepper, then the sweet and sour, and then this one. Unless I'm just getting really full.
Yeah, I cannot finish. I'm so
Yeah,
full.
I think I agree.
Yeah.
The sweet and sour one was cool because it had like, it's like surprisingly spicy.
I like the complexity of flavor. This one kind of just, I mean, it's tasty. There's nothing wrong with it. It just isn't as bold, I guess.
All right, so
round two.
Let's start again.
all right, so talked about the ribs. What do you guys think of the other kind of cuts of meat? The other, well, looks like the season. What do you think of the seasoning and the flavors?
To be honest, they don't strike me as that different, other than the lemon pepper with the beef.
I like the idea of cooking meat by itself, nothing else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of the meats a lot of the things we actually tried are like that. You know, they're not basted and stuff, and so you actually get to try. You know, how does this cut of meat actually taste compared to another cut of meat? So I think that's, if you're looking to like find out what you actually like, you know, that's a good way to go about it. I like knowing that this is what it tastes like.
Like you really get the flavor of the meat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's important.
So what was your guys' favorite things?
I think the lemon.
Those ribs. We ordered more of the ribs because we
Yeah,
really liked them.
blew my mind.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, the lemon pepper whip on
What
the
about
show.
what about
Everything?
Oh, the wine.
Probably the bananas. I've had those before though.
God, the
I
last
could eat so many of those.
the last video I made here too. That's my colleague said
Yeah.
The bananas.
bananas, and so everybody in the comments was like, "Oh my God, that's ridiculous! How can you think that that's the best thing?"
But it is.
It is.
But yeah, I mean,
I just
I
really
agree.
like
It's very
bananas.
good. It's really good. All right, guys. Well, thank you for coming and trying all the stuff. It's great. I hope you
Yeah,
guys had
thanks for
fun.
having us. It was delicious.
We have a bottle of wine to finish, so we'll see you guys next time. Espero que vocês tenham gostado do vídeo. Espero que vocês tenham uma boa semana e tchau, tchau.
Ciao.
Say ciao.
Ciao.
Ciao. I know ciao.
Hello.
Brian?
Hi.
Oh my god, I'm so happy. I'm waiting here for a long time.
Hello.
Hey!
Hi.
Oh my god, I can't believe it.